Hi everyone, it's your girl 𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚, and the topic of today is divine feminines. You're waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. What's going on? What's going on? By the way, I got a new mic. I love it. Let me know what you guys think of it. Is it too loud? Let me know. I probably need to adjust it, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So, divine feminines, your sleep is all over the place. You feel ungrounded. You feel kind of up in your head a lot. What is it? Like, what needs to happen? What's going on? You're not crazy. You're not going crazy. Let me explain what's going on. The divine feminine is meant to master the first three chakras in this journey, whereas the divine masculine is meant to master the spiritual side. So if you've ever spoken or met your divine masculine, you'll notice that they're more of the logical side and they're a lot more grounded in this reality, because the first three chakras, which is the root, the sacral, and the solar, all have to do with the things that we see, right? The world that we see with the eyes, the two eyes that we have. The divine feminine rules the spiritual side. So we rule the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown, all having to do with connecting to the things of the universe that we don't see, right? We use our third eye to use our intuition to see things that the two eyes can't see, right? So what happens on this journey is there's an awakening, as you know, the whole Kundalini becomes active, and suddenly you might feel very ungrounded, and suddenly things that once made you happy no longer make you happy, right? And I'll do another video on that. But right now we're just talking about the waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. and what's going on. So the divine masculine, like I said, has already mastered the physical, right? They're already very grounded. They're already, they most likely are, at least the ones that I knew were very much like, okay, I'm up at 5 a.m. I have to go to work. Like, they were very hardworking people, and they were very much, very structured people. Not to say that divine feminines are a mess or whatever, but I just noticed that usually it's the divine masculines that are a lot more structured and a lot more logical and not connected to spirit. Whereas the divine feminines are, we know about the twin flame journey. We know about spirituality. We've had a lot of these spiritual awakenings and crazy things. So we're almost too in tune to it and not connected to what real life or what we're meant to do when it comes to the physical, right? So it's all about getting into alignment with who you're meant to be and what it is you're meant to do on this journey. So I'll give an example. I'm meant to do creative. I'm meant to, be a writer. So that's something that I've had to start working on, whether it's reading, whether it's writing. I make sure that I do a little bit every day in order to get more in alignment with who I'm meant to be. I noticed that just doing things like that, like just doing little, being creative throughout the day, just connecting with the sacral, because that's all about being creative. Changing my diet to something that my higher self likes, because it has to do with the solar plexus, right? Making sure you're getting proper rest and getting up at a certain time every day. That deals with the root. It's all about action, because eventually I got to a point in my journey where spirit said, okay, put the crystals away. No more meditations. You could still do spiritual baths because they helped a lot. But no more spirituality. Now it's time to become who you're meant to be. You've had hundreds of powerful meditations. You've mastered a lot of that type, crystal grids, all that stuff. Not that I know everything, but I got to a point where spirit said, okay, now it's time to master the lower chakras. Now it's time to become who you're meant to be. Now it's time to, work the jobs that you actually want to go to work at. Now it's time to attract abundance, and connect with people and just, connect with people in the real world, no longer connecting with spirits and all that stuff. So it's all about action. So if you're waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning, I recommend that you do something, whether it's, like I said, if you're meant to be creative, try and make some notes of creative things that might have popped into your head when you woke up. Another good thing is to do a spiritual bath. I'll get up and I'll just do a spiritual bath. I might go for a walk, if hopefully it's a safe neighborhood, so you can go for a walk at 3 or 4 in the morning. It's all about moving the energy. The worst thing you can do on this journey is sit around and cry because you miss your divine masculine. That will push you back further and further and further. And not to say that you can't do that. This is a very emotional journey. It's all about healing. You're going to be purging different things, old memories coming up. There's going to be a lot of tears, a lot of sadness, but when it comes down, one thing I noticed for myself was that I noticed that when I actually started doing things, like I said, going for a walk, get up, just maybe do a nice clean in the home, read, be creative, like just doing things like that. I could feel the energy moving through me, and I could feel my connection to source, to spirit strengthening. I went from having trouble sleeping to like sleeping like a baby and having crazy dreams again that, sent me messages in the dreams. So like, it's all about action. And the reason why you're waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning, like I said, is because it wants you to use this energy. It's saying, okay, look, we gave you the energy. No more laying around. No more, scrolling on your phone, which is a bad habit that I have. No more just browsing the web when you're bored. Like, it's time to put things into action. Develop a schedule. Say, okay, you know what? I'll wake up a couple hours early before work and I'll do this. I'll use my creative, juices to, I don't know, write a short story. Or I'll get up and I'll go for a walk at 5 a.m. Then, I might make myself a nice breakfast, just really sit and enjoy the moment. Like, it's about living in the present. The feminine is so bad for just living in the future and always worrying about what's to come or what already happened. It's about being present in the exact moment that you're in, right? So like I said, go for a walk, sit down, have a nice breakfast and really enjoy it. Put on some nice music. One of the things that I love to do that makes me feel really zen is like putting on fantasy music and reading a good book. Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, that's something that I realized was so healing for me. But these are things that you need to figure out on your own. What is it that really heals you? What is it that really puts you in that, keeps you in the present, right? Going to the gym and working out for an hour, that puts you in the present because you're so focused on what it is that you're doing. Going out with friends and really enjoying it and really just connecting with them and, listening to what they have to say and them listening to you and just feeling that love from them and you giving that love to them. Like, it's all about living in the moment. And I do want to point out that if you start doing things with the hopes of attracting your twin back, it will not work. The universe is not dumb, and trust me, you cannot play the universe. You cannot play God. You cannot play whoever it is that you go to on this journey, or whoever it is that you pray to. So you need to make sure that it's for you. And you'll notice that every time you do something that heals and that puts you more in alignment, you won't even be thinking about the future because you'll be so present in the moment. You'll be like, oh, tomorrow, look at the schedule. Tomorrow I'm going to take a bath in the morning. Then I have this beautiful breakfast. Then I'm going to go to work. And then after work, I'm going to go and have dinner with my friends. Like, you'll just get into a pattern where you'll just really like your life. You'll just like your life, and you won't even be thinking about the future. You won't even be thinking about the other counterpart. You'll just be so focused in the moment because you're keeping the energy moving and you're in the present and you're balancing your lower chakras. So that's it for today, I think. I also wanted to say that eventually I will be selling, I guess you could say, twin flame cleansing rituals. That'll be in the future, but that's something that I'm definitely going to put into the works. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Divine Feminines, I love you guys so much. I hope none of you are hurting and that you're all working towards just being the best person you can be, and that waking up at 3 and 4 a.m., you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just spirit really wants you to start putting this beautiful energy into action. So that's it for today. I love you guys so much. Take care.